Good morning. I'm Bob Mion, and this is my wife, Chris. We're from Cleveland, Ohio. I from Italian parents, and Chris from Irish parents. We lived 3 blocks apart in our youth. We were high school sweethearts. We met in our chemistry class. A mutual acquaintance came up to me and said, "A girl in this class likes you." And I said, "Oh, I know who it is. It's Carla." And she goes, "No, it's Chris." I said, "You mean that girl in the corner who never speaks?" She goes, "Yes." So I got up, sat behind her, tapped her on the shoulder. She turned around and I said, "I hear you like me." That was that. We went to the prom together, got married, and this June we'll be married 45 years. Go ahead, Chris.
Bob and I have 2 children, Sergio and Monica. Sergio lives in Houston with his wife, Andrea, and they have 2 children, Gabriela, who is 11, and Diego, who is 9. My daughter lives in Idabel with her husband, Eric, and they have 2 girls, Emily, who is 9, and Madeline, who is 7, and I truly love being a grandmother. In 2010, I decided to retire, but prior to that, when our kids were in grade school, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was blessed to be home with them. When they got to junior high, I decided to go to work, so I applied with H&R Block and went to their school, was tested and passed, and I was then employed with H&R Block for 15 years. When Bob and I were with First Baptist Church in McAllen, they came to me and asked if I would be interested in being the pastor's secretary, and I said sure. So I was the pastor's secretary for 3 years. And then they came and asked if I would be interested in being the financial manager since the financial manager was retiring. So I said, sure. So I was the financial manager with First Baptist Church for 12 years. Also, with my whole career and the children growing up, I was blessed to have my mom live with me for 26 years, and her name was Jean.
We came down to the Rio Grande Valley in 1980. I worked for General Motors in Matamoros in Reynosa. In the late 80s, my dad and my oldest sister passed away, and I became restless. I started listening to a local Christian radio station and decided to attend a Bible study at First Baptist McAllen, after which I would attend Catholic Mass with my family. During that time, my brother invited us to his Pentecostal church, sat us in the front row. I'd never seen anything like that. The music, the hands in the air, and I said, "Oh my gosh, what are we getting ourselves into?" That day, the pastor gave a sermon, the wide road and the narrow road. And he kept looking at me and asking, "What road are you on?" I couldn't get that out of my head. And that next Sunday morning, September 30th, 1990, at 7 o'clock in the kitchen, I gave my life to Christ. Soon after, the pastor of the church came over, and my wife and 2 children were saved, and we were all baptized. We've been serving since then. We're happy and excited to be part of First Baptist Edinburgh, and we look forward to serving here. Thank you.